What is up, guys? It is your Controversey bringing you guys a WWE Raw review for tonight's show, the July 18th version out. I forgot what it was out of tonight. I think it was out of Providence, Rhode Island, I think. Um, Basically, all Creative did was Creative got lazy tonight, threw basically every match at us as a tag team match. Creative, again, just giving completely up until the draft tomorrow night, which I also may possibly be reviewing, depending on how I feel and stuff like that, and my work schedule if I don't have to work tomorrow night. But if you guys are hyped for this, drop a like down below, and if you are new, subscribe as well. Would really appreciate it. You have Raw opening off with Stephanie McMahon revealing her Raw general manager for next week, which is actually happened to be Mick Foley. A lot of people were saying it was Triple H, Kurt Angle, Eric Bischoff. I like that they chose Mick Foley. At least gives us some intrigue. If they would have chose Triple H, it would have been the whole authority thing all over again. So they went Mick Foley. Good on their part. Daniel Bryan for Shane McMahon, who he chose for GM, which it was leaked over the weekend. So that's why the crowd pretty much knew who it was before Shane actually brought Daniel Bryan out. So Daniel Bryan's going to be GM of SmackDown, and Mick Foley's going to be GM of Raw starting next week. Well, I guess SmackDown tomorrow. But the whole draft is going to be tomorrow night. Hopefully I can see it. I'm not quite sure if I work tomorrow or anything like that, but hopefully I can see the draft. It's supposed to be live as well. Draft rules were also updated. For every 2 picks SmackDown gets, Raw gets 3 picks. Tag teams count as 2 picks. Otherwise, if the brand, unless the brand chooses to split or take a specific person from a tag team, so tag teams will be split up. Also, the cruiserweight title will be on Raw starting next week, or in the near future, as announced by Stephanie McMahon. Raw also starts with the draft pick as well. Also, the controversial main event tonight, the referee in the match actually botching the whole match, as it's going around right now all over social media. Actually botching the whole match. So I will get into that in a little bit. I'm just going to go over the few matches here that are of relevance. Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara. Sin Cara gets laid waste. End of days to Sin Cara. I like how they're trying to build Baron Corbin up before the split, trying to raise his stock, which is very nice. You have Kalisto coming out. He actually gets his ass beat up and actually gets pretty much told off by Baron Corbin as he walks out of the arena. You have a 12-man tag team, the Wyatt family, New Day, the Club, and Enzo Cass and John Cena. Cass and Cena and the New Day in one team, and you have the Wyatts and the Club on the other team. Amazing promos tonight by Enzo and Cass and the Club. One of the things about the segment is they gave New Day, Enzo and Cass, Cena, and the Club all mic time, but when it came to the Wyatt family, they barely got an entrance and they cut commercials right away. They made the Wyatt family seem really unimportant tonight. Which is something I kind of have a gripe with that match. Otherwise, it was a decent match, mostly spot fest match, but again, you have AJ Styles actually picking up the win over the other team with pinfalling Enzo with the Styles Clash. Chris Jericho and Cesaro versus Kevin Owens, or Chris, I think it was what was it? I think it was Cesaro. Sami Zayn and Cesaro versus, I think, Chris Jericho or Kevin Owens, I think. In the end, you have, I think, I didn't even watch this match, to be honest. I don't even know who won because I was busy during this match. But not even quite sure if that's the right match. Again, to be honest, guys, I did not watch that match. Dana Brooke, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Mid-match, you have Natalya coming out and actually brutal attacking Natalya, which actually ends up having Charlotte actually end the match in a DQ, beating the shit out of Sasha Banks. Sasha looking hot as ever tonight as well, so props to Sasha keeping that shit up. Mr. Botch herself botching a few punches again as well. A punch barely did not even hit Sasha's face, and Sasha was leading back, so Mrs. Botchamania tonight, botching punches. So weren't even that realistic. Sasha was trying to sell him, but they really weren't even touching Sasha's face. You had what was it? Darren Young versus Alberto Del Rio. Darren Young actually pulls off the upset with a pinfall, a roll-up actually tonight. So he got a win over a decently big name. I feel bad for Alberto having a job to Darren Young, but Darren Young versus Miz for the IC title at Battleground right now. Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder versus Sheamus and Rusev. Again, creative got lazy tonight. Just threw everybody in tag team matches. You actually have it actually ending in I think it was a submission from Rusev with the Accolade winning the match on Dolph Ziggler. I'm just going to hop right to the main event, guys. Controversial main event. This match, guys, was probably the match of the evening. So if you guys did not see this, I will not do it any justice. If you guys do want to see this, go back and watch the whole thing. These guys put on a 5-star match tonight, probably match of the evening. The ending of it came down to where Seth Rollins actually superplexes Dean Ambrose from the top rope. Previously, before actually Dean Ambrose pushed Seth Rollins into the ref. The ref actually ended up going down and pretty much falling over. You have Seth Rollins actually superplexing Dean Ambrose over, and actually Dean Ambrose actually ends up pinning or actually rolling up Seth Rollins, and the ref magically wakes up here. I'm assuming this was not the end of the match because the ref botched it pretty much here, or at least what's going around right now after the show all over social media. People are saying this match was botched. You actually have Seth Rollins walking out with the title tonight because they do not know who actually won. The ref actually botched the match tonight. He was not supposed to get up. He actually ended up getting up and counting 3. Either that, or I think it was Seth Rollins forgot to kick, or Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins forgot to kick out. I don't know. It was one of those, or the ref botched. What was going around on social media right now about this match. In the end, you have all the GMs and the commissioners on the outside of the ring arguing who it was. Dean Ambrose livid. He's pissed. In the end, Stephanie McMahon actually just hands the title to Rollins and lets him walk out with it. Going to be interesting. Are they going to give us another title match again? Possibly in the future. Or are they going to keep it to Battleground and let Ambrose get the title back? So right now, Roman Reigns, when he comes back to Battleground, he's going to probably get the biggest heel reaction and the as huge boos as he did at WrestleMania. And all the random chants, "You did needles," all that shit going to be going at Roman Reigns. No way they can let Roman Reigns have the title back at Battleground. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't even belong in that match. But rumor, Seth Rollins versus Reigns at SummerSlam. I wouldn't be surprised if they go through with it. Other than that, though, decent show tonight. Main event was pretty much a 5-star match until the ending, where either one of the guys, or the ref end up botching the match. Is what's going around right now. But if you guys enjoy this, feel free to subscribe if you are new. Would really appreciate it, and drop a like as well. Really helps me out. That being said, though, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys next time.